Alright, what's going on, you guys? I got a double here with this guy that I traded him some shinies, or like 3 shinies, and then he challenged me to a battle. I was like, okay, but he wanted me to do singles. I was like, no, I'm not doing singles. I was like, I want to really try to do my doubles. So here I have my doubles team right here. Got my Wishicott, my Florist, and then I got my event Melotic with the fire orb and marble scale, and then I got a a live orb Miss Magius, and then a choice scarf timid Garnivore, and then a new Charizard X I'm trying to work on. I'm still working. This is just a prototype. I don't know if this team's gonna be any good. I was like, but this is what I want to run. I was like, my girlfriend kind of gave me some ideas about like the key Pokemon, so I was like, okay, I could run with those. So I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Qually, but he opens up with the Darkrai and the Espeon. So I was like, okay, he's gonna go for a Dark Void. That's all I know. Dark Void off the back, Dark Void. And so at this point in my time, I'm like, okay, I don't know if outspeed, but I'm sure I do. So I was like, I'm going for the stun, but hopefully I can get this paralysis on it. Maybe it'll go to sleep. And no, it does not. There goes the Dark Void. I was like, oh my goodness. I actually could have played smarter and went for the sub, and then I would have been fine, but no, I did not. I was trying to see maybe if I can, but I don't know what I was thinking. It's just one of those misplays I did. So he goes for a Shadow Ball. I was like, who are you going to go for? He's going for my full ass, and I was like, oh my goodness, get the D drop. Bad dreams. I was like, oh my goodness, and my dreams were tormented as Wishicott's were. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I really don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna preserve it or just let it die. So I was like, I'm just gonna let it sack it off. I'm going for a D-Bond, going for a Shadow Ball. That's one. But he goes Shadow Ball on the wrong one. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? I was like, okay, he's really gonna go for that. I was like, maybe if I wake up, I can get the D-Bond off and take out that damn Darkrai. So I'm both taking a nap. The bad dreams tormented. I live at 9. I was like, maybe the bad dreams might kill me, but I don't know. So there I go, taking a nap. Florist is taking a nap. I was like, oh my goodness. Shadow Ball for the win. I was like, oh. But which caught again? Big old Bulky. So he goes for the Phantom Force. I couldn't pull off the deep one. So there goes that. I was like, oh my goodness. This is just so annoying. People, Dark Rise, Dark Void, wanted to run the Lum. I really did. Tormented. I was like, dreams are tormented. So I bust out my choice scarf, Carnivore. I think this is my timid one or my modest. I want to say it's my timid one. Anyways, I go for the Moonblast, for just a regular stab Moonblast, hoping to kill it. And I finally killed this damn thing. I was like, what the fuck? I could have brought this thing out. So he goes for the Shadow Ball, and I was like, oh, Wishcott's dead. And he targets the Garnivore, and I was like, oh, damn. So I was like, okay, maybe I can wake up from this damn nap. He sends up the Greninja. I was like, really, dude, Greninja? I was like, maybe you're hoping to outspeed, but you're not. I'm Choice Scarf. What's the guy? Go for the tail one. I was like, give me that extra speed. I was like, okay, extra speed, get that off. I was like, okay, go for the Boom Blast. I was like, I don't think you're living this. I really don't think you are. Bam. I take it out. I was like, okay, maybe things are starting to turn out in my favor with your fucking cheap. Every time I play Ubers, that's all people do is Dark Void, Dark Void. So I was like, okay, this stab, but I resisted, so maybe cancels out. So at this point, I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to reserve my Wishicott. So at this point, I was like, okay, Moonblast on the Infernape, because I know it's fighting, but I don't know if it's super effective. But let's see, and it lives, and I was like, okay, my Wishcott's still useful. Let's get the H out of there, It's like super effective. You did your job. I'm proud of you. I was like, let's preserve this thing. And now I switch into my Melotic. I was like, hopefully it target the Melotic with a fire move, and I can take it. It goes for the EQ, and I was like, ooh, EQ. I was like, come on, Garnivore, hang in there. And Garnivore does not hang in there, but she's not going to go down without a fight. Goes for the Psychic. I was like, ooh, I'm pretty bulky, I can take that, you know. And there goes my flame orb to activate my marvelous skill, get my defense up. So I was like, come on, Westcott, let's do some more damage. And so I was like, okay, Milotic is gonna go for the recover. I was like, let's see if I could do another damage on this Espeon and take out the Espeon. I was like, get the hell out of here. You've been here since round 1. Yeah, there you go. Fall down, take your nap. So I was like, okay, let's get the hell out of there, you know. I was like, let's go for the Charizard. I was like, this is kind of a dumb combination, you know, 1 water, 1 fire. But I was like, okay, you know, I was like, maybe I can get a D-dance off and just kill the rest of the team. So I'm back at full life or close. Now he goes for the close combat, which is stab. And I don't know what nature this thing is. And I was like, oh my goodness, it did over half. I was like, So there I go, burn orb. And I was like, I think I'm just going to go for another recover. And he busts out the Jirachi. I was like, oh, Jirachi, I don't know what you do, but I know you don't want to take a Flare Blitz. And so I really have a debate on Flare Blitz or Fire Punch. I really don't know. And so my new Charizard, I was like, let me see if I can pull off a freaking D-dance, you know. And there I go, get my +1 speed, my +1 attack. I was like, come on, let's recover, you know, do some damage. I was really thinking about going for the Scold on the Infernape, but I was like, let's play it safe. Goes for the close combat again. I was like, I just know this thing is gonna be so frail when it gets hit. It's just gonna die like nothing. So he goes for the T-Bolt on my Charizard, and I guess he doesn't know that I resist it, but I was laughing at him. I was like, oh, but then I guess he got the last laugh. He was like, I'm paralyzed. I was like, okay, great. We exchanged a laugh. So there goes the Tailwind. He outspeeds now. Goes for the Flare Blitz. Milotic's down. Even with the Marvelous Skill. I mean, you did your job. So I was like, all I have left, and I was like, there goes the recoil. Moonblast, and I was like, ooh, Charizard, can you take this? And there goes Charizard, taking it like a beast. I was like, let's just go for this +1 EQ, you know. And Jirachi lives it. I'm like, Jirachi, you suck. Got that monkey out, crazy baboon. So you know, I busted out the Dragonite. I'm like, oh crap. I was like, if I land a Dragon Claw on that, it's not gonna be too happy. And so I still have 1 Pokemon left. I was like, let's get the speed up. That's what I really need. I was like, that's what I really need. So there he goes. And then he goes for the Doom Desire, and I was like, oh crap, who did he target? So it just doesn't say, so I'm like, okay. And he goes for a Hyper Beam. He busts out the Lance's old-fashioned Hyper Beam Dragonite, level 71. I was like, oh my goodness, my Charizard lives at 7. I was like, you're dead, you're not living unless if you're Marvel Scale. I was like, no, you're not Dragon Scale or whatever that ability is, I forgot. I was like, yeah, you're not living that. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, maybe I might win. So there we go, I have my team right here. I was like, let's just go for a Stun Spore, and you fucking bastard. I was like, cut your speed in half, I don't like you. And I was like, where's this Doom Desire at? Did it miss or something? He goes for it again and fails. I'm like, he failed. And then he gets I get paralyzed, and I bet you he's like, I failed. So there we go, exchanging laughs again. So I was like, let's get out of there. Go for the U-turn. Excuse me for my yawning. It's kind of late here. I just had some software updates with my Vita, so that's what I'm using to my record until I get into a good quality thing. So I sent out my Miss Magus. This is one I really wanted to name my Miss Magus Mrs. Death or something on those lines because I thought that was cool. So I go for the Flare Blitz. Jirachi's down. I think this game's in the bag. And Charizard gets hit by the recoil. Charizard done its stuff. And so there I go. Qually, if that's your name. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, but it was just a random buddy that was asking for some Pokemon, so I gave him some, and there you have it. And I will try to see if I can give out a shiny once in a while for my fans, you know. I'll pick on a random subscriber and give them one. But hopefully they have to be online, because if not, I'm not probably going to wait. But at the same time, I probably will. I'm not trying to be that guy, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, I did what I can, and see y'all next time.